But welcome, Broke Nibba Podcast. Still running the same name.
Same hosts. Your boy Antoine. I'm J-Bats.
Yep.
I don't know why I said your name first, but
I know, it's fine.
we'll go with that.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, so there's been a lot going on since the last podcast. There's been a lot going on in general since COVID-19, or not even COVID-19, since 2020 in general.
Sure has.
But since then, there's, we're definitely going to for sure cover George Floyd. That's definitely been huge.
Yeah, Australia isn't the only thing on fire. So is Minneapolis.
Yeah. When I saw that first, when I saw the first time I saw the video was in a random Instagram page. And then I saw it said he died. And I was like, at first I was skeptical because that's how social media is all the time. They just clickbait this, clickbait that. But then I saw it all over the place after that, after like a day later. And I was like, okay, yeah, this guy actually died.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
And the response has been unreal. Lots of rioting, buildings on fire, all over the states. At first, I think it was just in Minneapolis, but you see it in more places now.
Yeah, I think everyone can kind of see how, it's crazy because it's like it feels like it's not ever gonna stop, even with what's happening. It's like people get mad, everyone's getting mad, and then it's like, all right, well, that's that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like, what he did was straight up illegal, right? It's not like the law permits what he did, and you're always just gonna have some ignorant cop. It's just, how do you really stop that? I don't know.
Yeah, I was telling my grandparents because we were talking about it, and it's like I was saying that's just gross negligence and misuse of power. And I was like, that's probably why people in the military don't respect cops, because the military puts you in a position where it's like, okay, you're going to be a disciplined soldier. And it's like, I don't know if cops get that same sort of training where they, there's a way to sort of subdue a person without, restricting their airway. It's like, it's not like you're interrogating a terrorist. So to have your body or have him in that position makes no sense. And what's even crazier is that the fact that the rules for engagement overseas and how they subdue people in the army overseas, it's clear, right? You can't mess up in the army. It's like this is a big thing. It's like you don't want to get court-martialed when you're in the army. So they have all these sort of rules, right? Of course, it's to maintain ties with whatever country they're in. Either that country is like, hey, your soldiers are just killing our citizens en masse by accident, even though that's still pretty much happening with any kind of drone bombing that goes on. But they have actual rules of engagement for how they subdue people. And it's like, it's just kind of crazy that they treat the foreign people, not to put a negative connotation on that, but they treat people from another land better than people are being treated in the states themselves. So it's just crazy. There was a way for the cop to do that. I if I was a cop, dude's on the ground, arms behind his back. Am I going to
he was already cuffed too, that's the thing.
Yeah, am I now going to put pressure on his neck? What the heck are you doing? That's some dirty cop crap going on.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what you do when you're trying to get Pookie's stack, and you're like, hey, Pookie, you half of your drug gains go to me, but I'm going to keep the other cops away from you.
And you know what's the craziest thing too? Do you even know what he did?
No.
So, so basically he was at, I think it was a convenience store, and he used a fake $20 bill. And I don't know if things escalated at all. I have no idea. But like that was what it was. And it just ended up with him dying.
And then people are going to be like, well, you see, he shouldn't have used that fake $20 bill. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you're right, but look at the cop. He shouldn't have done that in the first place when arresting the person. It's like you literally have all the power. You can't talk back to a cop, because then they just have the power to be like, okay, you're going to jail.
Yeah, like and even the owner, he was like, yeah, he did not deserve that. Like, the one essentially being wronged was like without.
Right. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you could put him in jail, but frick, man. Or I don't even know what you would do in that case if someone used a fake 20. I guess you go to jail. I don't know. If you're black, you go to jail. So.
I would. I would assume that's like a charge. I don't know.
Yeah, of some. I don't even think the cops know. It's really messed up. And another thing too is you can't only blame that guy that did it. You have to blame his partner or any of the other cops that are around who allowed that to happen.
Yeah, honestly, when I was watching the video, I was so disappointed with the other. I don't know how many other cops were there, but the one that was in view, that just kind of like standing in front of people. Yeah. Like, how is he not being like, okay, dude, not necessary? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like you don't have to tell the guy, like, you don't have to tell him what to do necessarily, but you could just tell him, like, bro, relax.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like, that's all you need to do.
Like, that's all you have to do. But
because everyone else was watching it and they're like, pretty much saying what I was just saying right now. Like, you don't need to be doing that. And it's not like they were being unreasonable either. They weren't screaming. They weren't, because sometimes you see that where people are just acting crazy. Mm-hmm. Even though bystanders were not acting crazy, they were just simply like, bro, what are you doing? You don't need to be doing that. And yeah, it ended up with, the consequence of the guy dying.
Yep. And I like how I forgot, was it like I don't know where it was from, if it was like the Minneapolis News, the coroner or something, but they were saying pre-existing conditions or what caused the guy to die. It's like, really? Pre-existing conditions, like a knee in your neck. I don't know. that might be a pre-existing condition. That was something that happened.
It may have contributed, but like at the end of the day, it was the knee in the neck that, killed him.
He's like, you know what? He was known to get hives in the summer, and when you get hives and the cop arrests you, you stop breathing. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And the worst part of the footage is when you see him just like stop, but he still has his knee on the neck.
Yeah. That just seriously, I told my grandmother this straight up, and like, for any of you who are squeamish or whatever, look away. Why am I saying look away? I guess turn the podcast off for the next 30 seconds. That cop should have been killed. I don't think he should be able to draw breath anymore, to be quite honest. It's like you had complete control of the situation.
So actually, I gotta. If you want to edit this in or not, it's up to you. But I got a meme that's related to this. I will send it to you right now to look at.
Oh, thought this guy's gonna say something serious, and he's like, "I got a meme."
It's about the cops' current state. I sent it to your phone. Sorry, I don't really have it here on my PC.
I saw a Snapchat. It might have been detected by my. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I edited that in, but
that might be demonetization. I don't know.
I don't think it'll be demonetized. This channel surely isn't monetized, but you know what? I'll screenshot it and then we'll. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if we were actually just in a room recording, I would edit it in.
Or that could just be the background of the whole episode.
I don't think I want to make that. You know what? Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe. um,
Straight memers here at Broke Nimbus.
oh boy. Might be too. I think it might be too soon to meme. It might be a little too soon to meme.
True.
But frick, man, it's crazy, and it really makes you think. Like, I mean, see now I'm like I was already worried, but I'm still kind of chilling. But now it's like frick, man, this is going crazy. Like, this is really going crazy. It's like, hey, Mom, I'm not coming down to visit you in the States. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Just
trying to get stopped, not resisting, and then like the next video you see is of this dude like friggin' doing a Batista bomb on me, like through like 14 glass chairs or something. Some kind of wrestling
for forgetting your insurance at home.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, he forgot his insurance, so
it was necessary.
He was a threat to my,
I have the vest and gun, and he has nothing. So I was scared. And I get it. I've seen videos where, like, for instance, for cops, like, where routine stops go, like, horribly wrong, where they just, hey, sir, I see your taillights out, and then suddenly the person in the, driver's seat is just blasting at them. There's tons of stuff like that where that happens, for sure, but this is, like, completely different. It's you see the video, everything's pretty damn clear cut. It's like, all right, you had everything under control.
Yeah.
Maybe he might have felt some way because more people are watching, but it's like, just put him in the back of your cruiser, like, other cops would do. I feel like most cops would have just been like, all right, get into the cruiser, and then people are, like, hey, let him go. He'd be, shut up, Then you could just do that. But instead, you chose to put your knee in this person's neck, who otherwise couldn't really move. Like, what was he gonna do? It's just stupid.
Yeah. I don't know what was the whole intent there.
Yeah, it's just really freaking stupid.
But yeah, stay tuned for more destruction in America.
Yeah.
More is coming.
Oh boy, it sure is. Sure is.
In this subject regarding around George Floyd and in general, because it just seems like 2020 doesn't stop.
Oh yeah, it's going downhill. It's going downhill so hard. It's kind of weird.
People have been that's the craziest thing, because people have been memeing that since the beginning of the year, and it just has not stopped. It's been one after another.
Yeah.
It's like the universe is memeing us.
Like I have to expect this summer to just the sun to just completely blast through all the freaking the stratosphere, all that protection we have, and it's just like you look outside and people are just melting while they're walking.
The worst solar flare of all time that was exactly pinpointed towards the Earth.
Yeah, like it is no good. Is no good.
Yep.
Besides that, there's just I don't even know, man. Everyone in society is going crazy. Just everything's going freaking crazy, man. Games are going crazy. We already talked about that. Women are going crazy.
Women?
Yep.
What's going on with that?
Same.
Is it what? Yeah, same.
It's literally same old BS.
Yeah.
New day. It's just people looking for outrage. And it's just like we already talked about this, so let's try to just trying to think of some like better news to kind of transition to, but I can't.
I mean, one of the things that I could add on to the same thing we were talking about is it seems like in the chaos of the protests, people are using this as an excuse, like, yeah, let me just go rob this store.
Oh, I mean, makes sense. I would do it.
Just rob a place?
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, what does that have to do with really anything?
It means that I can get a 2080 Ti for free.
So true.
I mean, hell, you want me to pay freaking $2,000 for a 2080 Ti? No siree.
And then they catch you in the footage, and they're like, "Yeah."
How are they gonna catch? How are they gonna catch me in
And
the
then they're
footage?
gonna
I'm
put a
like,
knee in your neck.
oh my goodness. Ding dong, is Anthony there? I come downstairs, freaking cop does a running knee into my neck.
And he's like, "All right, there's no one inside. No one can record this inside the house." So
is what's kind of dumb is what you're saying means that I'm going to be walking into the PC store with no covering at all, just with a sign that says, "Anthony, here's my home address. Stealing a 2080 Ti with an airsoft gun." Is that what you're saying I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna cover myself?
I mean, you got your Warzone training, so I guess you will.
I don't even... What? I feel like if you at least cover yourself, you don't get identified that quick unless you're really, really dumb.
Well, I mean, okay, because when you watch the footage of people looting and stuff, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there were some people covering, but there were people that weren't covering.
Yeah, those people are idiots. That doesn't... I would not be doing... I would be walking in there with a Kevlar vest, full mask. I'd have, like, lifted boots to give me a bigger height than I actually am. Friggin' padding. I'd look like a buff 6-foot guy. Till I take off the suit. Not trying to go in and get caught. Unless they somehow have experience and they just know that the government, the C's, whatever. Everyone gets to keep that stuff.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, my main point was just going to be they're screwing a lot of people's livelihoods with these actions. These businesses and stuff. Buildings on fire.
Yeah, but it's the thing is, that's what kind of goes hand in hand with riots. Or with when there's any kind of, what am I trying to say right now? I have the word, but it's eluding me for some reason. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue. It's not riots. It's protest. Yes. Because the same thing happened with Martin Luther King. He had peaceful protests, but there were riots. And what did the media choose to do? They chose to focus on the riots, even though they were actually smaller than the protests. They were smaller in size, but they went to go like, oh, see, these are what these black criminals are doing.
Well, that definitely speaks louder when you're setting buildings on fire. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
like that's yeah.
But I mean, you know what? It's kind of like that's what's gonna happen. That's just what's gonna happen, man. Like,
yeah,
and yeah, it sucks, but like I said, that's it goes hand in hand. People are going to be hurting, and they're not going to be thinking. You know, they're not going to be in the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
Or they're just like an anarchist, or they're psychotic, and they're just like, yo, I get to set a building on fire for free. Hell, shoot, let me just go out and set this building on fire real quick.
Sorry, GTA.
Wow.
GTA. or they played Minecraft Factions, and they're like, I get to do this in real life now.
Good old Grand Theft Introspector. I don't even know what the I would be.
I don't know. Like, I don't know why that came to mind.
I think it's because I said 2080 GTI.
Oh.
Wait. Is that what it is? I don't know. But yeah.
I'm trying to go on the Twitter trending page right now, see what's going on with everything.
Let's see what's going on in the world.
Oh, there's a. I guess it's like, I don't even know if you want to even cover this at all, but there's the Ethan Klein Keemstar stuff going on.
Oh yeah, that was going on, and it's, you know,
it's Ethan still Klein, like, keep making videos about each other.
It's I literally here's what I think about the Ethan Klein Keemstar situation. Who cares?
That's how I feel about all the drama on YouTube.
I'd rather make a video on like how are Scarce and Keemstar making a living? Because I'm confused.
I have not seen anything from Scarce in like 4 years.
I've never watched it ever because I've never cared about YouTube drama. It always confused me. I'm like, hey, I mean, I guess you can make your money, but I'm like, why do people care about this? They're just people. It's like people that care about like celebrities and all that. That's all. None of that stuff has like ever made any sense to me. I could care less about a celebrity or a YouTuber are doing, or their drama. So and I especially didn't care because you already know I was out with H3H3 like when they were making their podcast. I was already like by then I was like long gone. All the other stuff I heard about.
Podcast
yeah, I remember you liked their podcast.
They used to have almost every episode. They used to have big guests on, and it was cool when they had that going on. But now they're just sitting down and watching videos. So that's not really entertaining to me.
Yeah, you can't really mimic Jamie. Pull that up. You can't really. You got to get your own.
Yeah, because they used to have big people. Like they had
Joji.
A lot of guys. Joji, Post Malone, Jordan Peterson. Who else? Dr. Disrespect. They even had on there.
Mm-hmm. That tells you how I feel about Dr. Disrespect. Yeah. Still, I remember at one point. I know this is sort of a side tangent. Like I saw Dr. Disrespect. I actually sent you a Snapchat when I first saw him, and I was like, "What the frick is this guy?" And I was like, "Oh, he's crazy. He's hilarious, right?" And then like 2 streams later, I was over it, and I was like, "All right, is it the same gimmick every single time?"
Yeah.
I'm like, if you find it entertaining, that's cool. But I was over it, so I was like, eh. And then when all the cheating stuff happened, I was just laughing the whole time.
I feel like with Dr. Disrespect, he's just like, I don't know. I'm just like he does this thing. I don't really care too much for it, but whatever, you do you.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with him.
It's probably why my channel hasn't grown.
What do you mean?
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I was thinking inside of my head. I was thinking inside of my head on how to grow the channel, and I just had my thoughts popped out. Without realizing, and then I heard you say, "What do you mean by that?" I was like, oh shoot, that wasn't inside my head. That was completely out loud. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah. What's happening with them now?
With
Keemstar and
yeah, so they've just Ethan went back on just I don't know why I even saw someone make a video about all this Diesel patches. I don't know if you've ever seen him.
Nope.
But he was saying, and it's so true, because what Ethan's been doing is just bringing back a whole bunch of old drama that everyone already knows about because a lot of YouTubers used to make videos on Keemstar. And people are just eating it up. So that's pretty much what Ethan's been throwing out there.
Yeah.
And then Keemstar just being Keemstar, so it's just some stupid drama.
Yeah.
But what the only thing they ended up doing, and I saw this from LAKEY, because believe it or not, he's been making videos. He was like, yeah, it's funny to watch this because all they're doing is just self-destructing. Because it started when Ethan went after his brand, after Keemstar's brand G Fuel. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he made a bit of an attack. So then G Fuel dropped Keemstar because of all the controversy and backlash they got from that. So then Keemstar fans, I'm surprised he even has fans, went after H3 sponsors, and then H3 fans went after more Keemstar sponsors, and they're just like losing sponsors. And it's like, okay, they're getting views and recognition, I guess you could say, from this drama, but they're just losing sponsors. Is it worth it? Not really. They're losing a whole lot of money there.
Yeah. It's I think I saw someone else talk about how it's like it was who was it? Under something upper echelon gaming is this channel that primarily covers like gaming news that I follow. But he was talking about this too, and he's like, you know, it's kind of really underhanded to go and attack someone's source of income. And he's like, drama's all that, but once you start going after someone's income, it's like, you know, you kind of don't want to do that. That's because that's your livelihood. And this was about when Ethan was attacking Keemstar.
Yeah, and even Keemstar, after he went after his chief, like when he said whatever about GPU, even Keemstar, this is where I can agree with him. He was like, yeah, okay, well, like, you're stupid for doing that because this is that, and he said exactly what happened. Like, okay, fans are gonna go after this and that, and it's just gonna cause a new thing where when drama goes on, people will go after people's sponsors. So even Keemstar said himself, like, guys, don't go after Ethan's sponsors because, you know, he doesn't want this whole thing, you know. But that didn't stop anything. People still did exactly that.
Yeah, and that kind of speaks to how crazy fans can be.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally understand that because I mean, it's like I don't know, you talk trash about favorite manga of mine. I'll be like, wait a second, I'll have to defend it. But I'm not going to go to your job and get you fired. You know, that's just something else. It's like, I'm just a fan, but it's like I get kind of want to defend whoever. I kind of don't get wanting to really, really, really defend Keemstar because it's like you're just a fan of the fact that he covers. It's like being a fan of TMZ and really being like calling up the network when they get canceled. Like, hey, wait a minute, we got a petition signed by 125,000 people that says we need to know what happened to Brad Pitt. Is he pregnant? Can men get pregnant? We need to know. TMZ left us on a cliffhanger. It's like, but I don't know. You know, if you're a fan, that's what you're gonna do. So I don't know, man. It just reminds me of the time when my uncle, someone at his workplace was trying to like get him fired, and like he said before, my uncle was telling me before, like, you know, him and the other dude, they had been having like issues, but he's like, he just kept to himself after a while because he's like, it's not worth it to like get into any kind of tussle or anything because my uncle does MMA, so he's like, first off, that dude's getting wrecked. And he's like, second off, like, it's like, that's just gonna be messing with my job, and that's how I make my money, right? But then this guy went ahead and did something. I won't say the details, but he did something that was like, basically, if people hadn't spoke up for my uncle, he would have been out of job. Mm-hmm. And my uncle was telling me like that was when the line was crossed because he's like, that's my effing money. He's like, you don't mess with another man's money. He's like, you mess with my money. He's like, that's when I had to handle business. And so that guy got handled. And so everything's good now. But, you know, you don't really mess with someone else's money. I get you don't like him. Fine. But it's like, especially when you're saying, you know, he's bringing up old stuff. It's like, you don't got anything new? And who are these people? Who are these chumps that are eating it up? It's got to be kids, because kids are the most gullible idiots in the world.
Yeah.
But then again, so are adults. Everyone's gullible. It's easy to be gullible.
It's just fans, man. Sheep-minded fans.
It's crazy.
I think is really what it is.
I don't know why it reminds me of. This is completely random. There's this channel I watch called Abbott and Preach, and this is a funny channel. I'm not gonna explain the whole thing, but I remember that they're talking about like some crazy woman making up lies about men, and talking about these different instances where it happened, and how someone will go crazy and then you'll get the axe, and they cut to this clip of this woman, and she's like recording like a Purelator or UPS. I don't know what the post was. And she's like, this person has been following me and yada yada. And she like goes up right beside the car where the guy is. And he's like leaned over and she's like, stop following me. And it's just like the dude like turns around all confused. And she's like, yeah, you stop following me. And he's like, I'm what? And he's like, you've been following me. And he's like, I don't even know who you are. And then she's like, yeah, but I need to stop following me. I'm going to call the cops. And she walks off, and you can hear him go like, lady, you're crazy. And she's like, no, you're crazy. I don't know why. It's just how crazy fans can be reminds me of that video. I just felt bad because you just see he's like leaned over and he just turns around and it's like complete confusion as to what's going on. He's just like, I'm just delivering mail. Like, I don't even know who you are. Like, what the heck is happening?
That just sounds like a Karen to me.
Oh yeah, she sounded like a Karen too. She definitely sounded. You know what? I kind of want to see these videos where women do that because I want to look at them and then it's like, just, you know, were you actually hot? Because if you're not, what are you talking about?
or another humongous situation.
Yeah, like
with, whatever her name is.
I don't even remember her name. Actually, you know what? Remember do you see the?
Her name was like Yoshi or something. It was something.
Well, she looked like one.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm gonna follow you, you better be a freaking 11 out of 5.
That's true.
I meant to say 20 out of 10, but I messed up and said 11, so I was like, I gotta drop the other number.
but yeah, you see that all over the place on YouTube or anywhere really. But like, I guess I'm just saying YouTube because that's where I actually see things going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cringe. Like, how is there so many? It's such a large amount of people that are just, you know,
crazy.
Just like sheep-like minded, like.
Yeah, you're right. Sheep-like-minded individuals that can't think for themselves.
Yeah, it's like no matter what the person that you look up to does, it's like you're always going to defend them no matter what.
Yeah. It's
always agree with them or something.
I can honestly say, like, you know, that happens to me too all the time, whether I wanted to or not. But it's like I don't let it kind of influence like any crazy actions. Like, you don't see me going out doing any craziness. You're never out doing any craziness. It's always like these people that are just like at all times are just bugging. Man's just out there bugging. And it's
like they'll straight up go like the extra mile, go into all the other person's videos and put in just like comments or like going after the sponsors, like I said, like unnecessary things.
Yeah, it's really unnecessary, and getting into like heated arguments in the friggin' comment section. It's like, really? Is this really like, what are you doing with your life? Like, where this is that important?
My brother actually has a lot of those in his forums.
But
not about certain.
Believe that.
Yeah.
Probably about playing Travian.
More so about economics.
Oh, economics.
Yeah.
Well, we need someone arguing about that, I guess. It's better than arguing about Kylie Jenner. Lipstock.
But in honestly, fighting on the internet on any thread or any YouTube video or whatever, it's so pointless. Just everyone is just so stuck in their way of thinking. So
yeah, like no one really wants to. I mean, it's like people just don't want to have if you can have an argument where it's like you can tell both parties are kind of clear-headed and they're both just they're just getting more information. It's not just where someone's just yelling and going, no, I'm right, you're wrong. But you don't always see that. I mean, we could almost say that one. Remember that one video where you said, what did you say? It was a video. It's a video where the girl was like talking about. Was she talking about depression? Do you remember where that guy was white knighting? And you commented something. And then some dude started white knighting and going like, how could you say that? Can you see it's not just about her beauty?
Oh, are you talking about the Reddit post?
No, it was on YouTube. You posted something on YouTube. It was I forgot. I don't even know what the channel name is. I don't remember. But it was like, you were like, oh, well, you know, she still looks nice, you know, despite all that, or something along the lines of that. And
and then you replied too. I forgot what I said or what was even said there.
Yeah, I forgot too.
I wish I could go back on it so I can read it.
You literally can. You can just go to your channel and look at your comments.
But I get so many notifications, so I'd have to go so far back.
Okay, I can.
You probably could, yeah.
Find it.
That was so.
That was
ridiculous.
Like the saddest thing. It's like, you know what? This kind of goes another way because it was more so like there was no conversation to be had at that point because it was like, yo, you're a freaking white knight. Like,
yeah, honestly, dude, it was like, it was about depression or whatever, and it was kind of, she did her own kind of dramatization. I'm remembering the video now. Actually, I just forget her name. And then, and then I was just like, let's just, I was just like, the comment was just like, okay, let's take a moment to appreciate her beauty. There's nothing wrong with that. What am I saying that's so wrong? I'm just like, I thought she was nice.
Oh, yeah. You said, yeah, let's take a moment to appreciate her beauty. And this guy's like, how can you say that? That's not the main focus of... And it's like, frick, man. He didn't say he wanted to pull down her panties and just go balls deep. Like, what the heck?
I know, yeah.
And then
if anything, I was saying something, like, nice,
Yeah. Like, I kind of get where he's coming from, but it just came across as like, all right, you're really reaching. And you just seem like a cuck. You just seem like a cuckasaurus, so...
Well, he looks like he's 47 working
at Walmart.
Yeah,
he looked like he was like 40-something. I can't speak. He looked old. He looked old, and it's like, all right, well, I mean, you're the last person that should be white knighting. It's like, you're here jumping to conclusions, and it's like, you're at the same time, you're out trying to get freaking Pokemon's OnlyFans.
Oh, I just found the video.
I couldn't find the comment, weirdly enough. I don't know why I couldn't find it. I looked at my comments on my dashboard, but it only showed comments that were on my channel. Okay, I'm too lazy to search for it. Excuse me, I keep freaking burping.
I just found it. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful she is? Is literally what I said.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, what has that to do with depression? Depression don't choose beautiful or less beautiful people, question mark, question mark, question mark. I said, a little positivity never hurts, friend. And he's like, okay, then post something positive and useful. I said, I'm fine with what I posted. I think you're jealous. I didn't call you cute. And then I put a winky face. There's a whole lot of replies. Oh yeah, he deleted almost everything he wrote.
Oh snap.
Yeah. Because even like it just shows all of my replies and then it shows you come up as well and nothing else of what he wrote.
Wait, what did I say? I totally forgot.
You said you said, my man, you need to calm down. If you want to white knight, go donate to some Twitch girl in the just chatting section. Yeah, and then we had more replies and it just doesn't show what he said, so.
Oh, my goodness.
He just kept those first two replies and deleted everything else.
I mean, so I'm thinking about what he said. And I guess, yeah, I mean, you wouldn't really go up to a girl who has depression and say, you know what, you're beautiful. And that's all that matters. But that's not what you said. The context of the whole situation is you said, let's just appreciate, how beautiful she is.
Yeah, this is a comment section. I just threw one thought in the thousands of, thoughts.
Yeah. Maybe, okay. Maybe it came across a little skeevy. Maybe. And maybe I'm just trying to defend you because you're my boy. And I'm like, what the frick is this guy on about? But I don't know, man. I don't know.
I wish he didn't delete those other things, though, because he was saying some ridiculousness, I remember.
I remember him saying some ridiculousness as well. Especially
because
when you follow up with a little positivity doesn't hurt friend, and he's like, yeah, okay, well, say something better. What does he want you to say? Does he want you to give your whole epitaph on freaking depression? Like, what does he want you to say? What does he require? It's so dumb to think that he was there, dick in hand, watching this girl's video, and then scrolled down and said, "Wait a minute."
Oh my goodness.
He probably saw your profile icon with the shades. It was like, "This guy's young and trying to get to my Britney." It's probably not even the girl's name. He just gave her that name.
I'm looking at the guy right now. I'm just gonna snap you.
Man was probably gonna abduct her anyways.
His name is Etienne. Do you remember that?
Now that you mention it, yes. Excuse me, I keep freaking burping. My goodness.
We circled right back to the Twitch thoughts conversation.
I know, right?
We always do.
Right? Oh man, Twitch thoughts. Keep on doing what you're doing, and you weak men, just keep on being weak men, I suppose.
Such as Etienne, no. Anyways.
Feel free to argue with us in the comments. I'm free to listen, all right? But I maintain what was said was.
Yo, watch Etienne Nell just appear in our comments section.
That'd be freaking awkward as hell. That really would be.
It would be. But he would never find it.
Yeah, there's no way. It's been too long.
Yeah, also, how would he make the connection between my channel and Broken Ibis?
That's true. That's true. But yeah, that's how it is. Where are we at with the... Oh my goodness.
How long is it?
Oh, I did hit record. Woo!
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait, I don't think I hit record.
Yo, I would off myself.
Frick, man, that was a 43-minute conversation about nothing. I mean, well, we did talk about the George. Did I miss his name? Was it George Arbery?
George, oh my, I said it in the beginning of the podcast.
Floyd, right? Floyd.
George Floyd, yes.
George Floyd, yeah. Oh, I was thinking of the other shooting of the black man who was ran down by the dudes in the cars who shot him. I think it was Stephen Arbery. Because there was another one that happened like weeks before this one, where this guy he was out for a jog, and apparently some robberies had been reported in the neighborhood, and a retired cop and his son, and I think there was a couple others, but they like chased it. They like tried to stop him. I think we talked about it when we first came back in another podcast, but yeah, they tried to like stop him because they thought like he was out robbing the neighborhood, I guess. And they chased him down in their car, and he ended up getting shot. Because they were saying, like, oh, we're cops, but it's like, you know, not in uniform. Don't think the son was even in training or a cop or anything, so no badges were pulled. So they're just guys in a car who are white pointing guns at him, and he was wrestling with one of the guys to get the gun away from him. That's the only thing I could guess. Like, once you get cornered or something, like, it's either fight or run, and he only had one option, and then he was shot.
Jeez, why didn't I hear about this?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we talked about it. And of course there was more information that was released where he did enter one of the houses, but it was one of the houses that was being built, and people had been going in the house already. So if you didn't know, that happens a lot. You know what? It's funny. When I was younger, when my mom first went to the States, she and my uncle, they both did some dumb things with me there. But they used to, like, because my mom was looking for a place to live in the States. A decision I believe she regrets now, even before black people started getting shot en masse. There would be houses that, you know, they're put up for sale, and they were open, but they weren't an open house. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, the house is open, it's put up for sale, but there is no open house. And they would just pull up and go into the house. And if the front door wasn't open, they'd try it in the back. So yeah, that's what my mom used to do. Don't think she'll be doing that again. And
Jeez,
also
where did she used to be here, Brampton?
yeah.
Hmm.
Now she's in
Yep.
the States. And a marriage that I can only assume will at some point fail. But anyways, that's her business.
Whoa, I got serious.
Not for me. That's not affecting my life at all. I'm fine.
True.
It won't fail, but yeah.
Yeah.
Marriages have rough patches, and I believe they're going through theirs.
I think all of them do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm seeing my grandparents have had a rough marriage for the past 24 years, and guess how long I've been alive?
Oh man.
And it's been going on even before. I already told you when I was at your house how like my granddad still comes downstairs and he's like, "This freaking woman, like she always wants."
Oh my goodness.
It's like, bro.
I wonder. Okay, I might be going too far with this, but I wonder how often he sits down and just regrets everything.
Dude, I should send you a Snapchat of him just staring out a window.
And that's exactly what he's thinking about. He's like, I could have done things differently.
It's like I shouldn't be laughing at this, but it's like I've seen this for so long that it's like I can't not just laugh. It's like I go down the stairs, he's just looking out a window, thinking about buying a shotgun and reenacting doing his best Kurt Cobain reaction.
Oh god.
Did I say reaction? Reenaction. Jeez, can't speak.
Yeah, I got what you were trying to say.
Probably shouldn't say that, but I've thought the same thing. You ever been driving to work and think about like, man, I wish someone would just end me right now. Just if I could just go
Heck
right
yeah,
into
dude.
headlong traffic, but then you're like, shoot, I don't want to.
The amount of times I'd be thinking like it'd be kind of convenient if I got into a fatal accident right now.
Yeah, I know. I was like, yo, just take me out. Just take me.
It's like it's one of those things. Like, okay, you wouldn't purposely do it, but it's like if it happened, like
you're like, hey, as long as I'm out, I don't want to. You don't want to survive and look, and there's like a steel rod through your chest, and you're looking up in the sky, like, really, man, really, couldn't take me out. Couldn't take me out.
Just gotta suffer.
EMS walk up. Oh snap! Okay, this guy's gonna be alive for the next 12 hours in agonizing pain. We have no morphine or drugs to numb it, and you're like, really? Okay, this is great. This is awesome.
We ran out of those resources just an hour.
We just have toilet paper. Just cover you in rolls. You're like, somehow this is working. The pain's drifting away.
Yeah, I guess
get away. We're kidding, people. We're kidding. For all 2 people that watch, we're kidding. I think mostly half and half.
Like 70% kidding, maybe.
20%. It just sucks when you're doing the job. You're working. This is what literally your whole life has been leading up to, and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just takes. I get the feeling because I was getting that so much at mainly Gen Steel, where it's like this takes up literally my life. It's Tuesday morning. I'm about to do a full day of this, and there is another 3 full days coming after this, and then a weekend that will last as long as I blink, and then it's repeat.
Yeah.
So that's why I know how you feel.
The problem is, you know what? Like I never did the things I wanted to do because religion.
Sure.
I mean, that's really what it is. The things I wanted to do, it's like, hey, you can't do this because of this. I won't go into it. Not trying to out us as what we are, but that's for me at least. It was like there are so many He's like, hey, can I do this? Nah. But it's more interesting. Nah. All right. All right. Well, what do you want to do after high school? Something. No. Okay. You gotta get a car so you can get more people in it, so you can go door to door. Okay. You gotta get this job because it'll give you time to go pursue this. Okay. And then after a while, you're doing the job and you're like, huh, I don't want to freaking do this. Why did I do this? Please. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, at the end of the day, though, like, almost every job is just, like, almost everyone hates it. That's just how we live.
Yeah.
That's how it is out there.
So make sure to follow me at twitch.com/ your boy Antoine.
Free him of his prison.
Just hit affiliate. Trying to get that partner. We're working to get that partner. Trying to get this YouTube channel. I have not been consistent. I have not. I'm trying to get more consistent.
Speaking of hitting affiliate, since you can run ads now, do you have to hook up like your?
Oh yeah, I already did it.
Okay, so I guess that's just gonna kind of slowly add up.
You only get your first paycheck once you get $100.
True. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
So you just pretty much you're set up. You just need viewers, pretty much.
Yeah. I like how right now someone in the Discord is asking, "You ready for some Rust?" And I put under my status recording a podcast for a reason. You can literally see it underneath my name. You ready for some Rust? Sir. Sir.
Yeah, I already saw that too. I was like, I don't know how he did that. But
how do you not see that, OG? Come on, man. I will just not answer that. Actually, something, I don't know if you saw something really, really awkward. You know what? Let's, because I don't want to put this on the podcast. Let's say we'll end it there because we're at 53 minutes. I know it's an awkward way to end it.
Yeah, I haven't saying long enough, I guess.
We're working on the podcast. It's going to get better. We're actually going to have topics to talk about next time, for definitely. Because when I really think about it, I'm like, we have literally hours in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I've been doing more lessons on Skillshare, and I've just been doing more stuff. But I'm like, I literally have hours in the day where I just sit and do nothing when I could be doing something to improve myself, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, if I don't do it now in quarantine, like, then I'm literally never going to do it. And I told myself 2020, I'm like, I'm done with this job. But so far, I've only put like 1% of myself into the stuff I'm doing, if I'm being honest. I put the videos up, but I'm like, I need to be hitting this stuff like hard, like if I actually want to see something.
Yeah.
So on that positive note, we'll see you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Tune in next week.
Yeah. All of that. And we're
like,
gonna head
subscribe.
Out. Like and peace. Yeah, all that stuff. Peace. All right.
And that is the end.